More, I think, to go forward. So, for the Group 2 Dahlia Stakes, let's join in.
That's it, all in. Set. They're off. Race a mile and a furlong via Sistina, store number 3, dark blue and pink, perhaps the slowest of them away. Prosperous Voyage off to the left in green and pink colours is smart into stride. On the extreme right with the Moonlight in the all royal blue jacket leads that group. With her a white cap for Life in Motion, Hidden Dimples and Random Harvest. The other group are headed then by Prosperous Voyage. A pale jacket of Astral Bow in second position. Al Hoosen, who won the Best Turned Out award. Blue and white on the cap. Shara, same ownership, black cap is with her, and Via Sistina is on that left-hand side group in the dark blue and pink colours at the rear of the field. So the Howden Dahlia Stakes, they're moving down with a 5 furlong marker in sight. Prosperous Voyage towards the left, and the Frankie Dettori leading. From Astral Bow, Al Hoosen, Shara, following those Via Sistina. On the right in the blue, the all blue, is William Buchan with the Moonlight. Following him, the white cap of Life in Motion. One from the right there is Hidden Dimples. The extreme right is Random Harvest as they head down with a little over 3 furlongs to go. It continues to be Prosperous Voyage who has the lead. It's a reduced one though. Astral Bow in second, closer. Via Sistina a lot closer, with the Moonlight also being pushed along towards the right hand side to come with a challenge. Al Hoosen isn't very far away, heading down past the bushes now. Prosperous Voyage taken on by Astral Bow. On the extreme left, Via Sistina coming into it very strongly now. Life in Motion near the stands, the white cap is there as well. Al Hoosen and with the Moonlight behind those, but down into the dip, and she's clearing away. Via Sistina and Jamie Spencer, 4 or 5 lengths ahead at this stage. Jamie, a long look round. There's no danger. She's absolutely bolted up. Via Sistina, very impressive. Al Hoosen in second place, Astral Bow in third. Life in Motion might just be fourth over Prosperous Voyage.
Well, the money was well found, wasn't it? I mean, Via Sistina has travelled into that race absolutely beautifully and has settled it in no uncertain terms in the style of a top-class filly. Jamie Spencer on board with George Boughey, and that was very easy indeed. You could have marked her out the winner a long way out, and look at the yawning gap back to the second. Al Hoosen, who's made a really smooth step into Pattern Company, and it's a good second for Jim Crowley and Roger Varian. Astral Bow has really backed up that improved performance from last time and finished third in the Group 2 now for Shane Kelly and Pam Sly. It's close for fourth, possibly Life in Motion just getting that spot. Eyes to the left-hand side and just see how smoothly Via Sistina travelled into this race.
Oh, it's just incredible, really. That was a breathtaking performance. I mean, it looked quite a strong renewal going into the race. Lots of horses with good chances. Guineas Form from last year represented, upwardly mobile fillies represented, but she's just blown them away. That was quite a breathtaking performance. I dare think that Jamie Spencer would believe how far clear he was at the line.
It's extraordinary. He's just easing down pretty much to the line.
Totally different class performance, wasn't it?
It really was. The disappointment of the race, clearly Prosperous Voyage, who went to the 4 over the far side and folded quite cheaply.
Yeah, she did. For whatever reason, it might be that it's been difficult to get her straight. I don't know. I'm not privy. She was fairly strong in the market. She got a fairly good record fresh as well, but for whatever reason, she hasn't seen a race out. Honourable mention there, really, for Astral Bow, a little favourite of mine. I thought she's performed really creditably. Good effort as well for Al Hoosen, and 1 or 2 in the backwash that looked as though they were going to get involved and didn't. But the group over on the far side, the 5 over on the far side, certainly had the first and second, and Al Hoosen was in that group as well, wasn't she?
Yes, and she was absolutely, the
so
first, second and third were, Life in
side.
Motion of the ones on the near side did best in fourth, perhaps, just ahead of Prosperous Voyage. That makes the Prosperous Voyage run even more disappointing, I think, really. There was very little left. But this is a fine performance. This filly is in the Middleton Stakes at York. That's Group 2 standard as well. She's got an Irish Pretty Polly entry later on in the season. You'd think that George Bow would be eyeing that.
Yeah, and goes very well for Jamie Spencer as well, who had the association with the filly when she was trained by Joe Tuitt as well. So, kudos to him. He's obviously done a great job with her, both Jamie and Joe, in the formative years, and George Bowie is now taken to another level.
Well, Jamie had time to give her a couple of appreciative pats there, even before she crossed the line. That was tremendously impressive. A Group 1 type performance.
I think so, yeah. I think we'll be hard-pressed to see any performance match that today, and I say that with all guardedness, with her guineas to come, but the way that she's jumped in at halfway there and sauntered into that race and then put many lengths between herself and 1 or 2 good rivals, Yeah, I don't think that was a fluke by any stretch of the imagination. It'd be interesting to see how that stacks up on the clock.
Yes, it will. Have a look at that later on. But Jamie Spencer sauntering into the winner's enclosure as he sauntered past the line on via Sistina, and George Boughey, who was speaking to NYRA beforehand, he'll be very, very pleased with that performance. She has really progressed into a smart horse. She's returned the 5-2 favourite ahead of Alherson and Astral Bow. Promising. I mean, at their level, I mean, they've clearly been outclassed by the winner. But Alherson and Astral Bow have really augmented what they've done so far. They are fillies on the up as well.
Well, they are, but they just couldn't match this filly, could they? Either, you know, just for her cruising speed, the change of gear, the way that she's operated A, on that ground, and B, on the track. You know, she does go well at this venue, that should be noted, but, you know, she's absolutely hosed up, hasn't she? And, you know, it was like a Monday afternoon at Bath, the way that race has been run, really. The way that she's put 7 or 8 legs between herself and her rivals, really impressive. Really very impressive. Well, she was the favourite. We thought the Prosperous Voyage should be favourite. How wrong we were. That was a Group 1 calibre performance from Via Sistina for Jamie Spencer and George Boughey.
It's another group winner from Tattersalls.